So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On play action. Now Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Rodgers now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. On the give, this is Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second down and 7. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and a yard at the 27-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, that's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Here's Rodgers to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. I got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch. When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st down, Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. The big fella. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
Quick slant to Brown.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. Forced out to his left.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14.
And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow.
A gain of 62 yards.
They'll run here with Akers.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
St. Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On play action, Rodgers. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again.
Javon Kinlaw
in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Rams 20, 49ers 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Odafe Owe just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Let's go, D. Check 4.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A.
This is something that we saw quite a bit at Oklahoma, and we'll be seeing it more and more on the NFL level as well. Marquise Brown going Hollywood.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
It's a run with Akers.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 38, Mahomes.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the intercept. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
2nd and 10.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there for L.A. They'll run on first down with Akers. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Then with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he is going to have a Rams first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Akers will score. Touchdown, L.A. Definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On play action, it's Mahomes. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. To throw, it's Mahomes, sliding out of the pocket. Powers past him at the 5. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
First and goal.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Mahomes will throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Rodgers looking to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Yeah. Right there. 54. Right there.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. To throw again on second down, Rodgers.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Mike 54. Mike 54. 6-man. Check girls.
Rodgers now to throw. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Get him, boy.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What are they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 now at 4-3.